Today for vocabulary, we're still on the same pages. You don't need to fill this out again. You should have your words and your definitions. But today we're going to talk about some synonyms or words that mean the same as those words and some antonyms and words that mean opposite. So let's start with pause. We said pause means a short stop. And remember, a lot of times the synonyms come right from our definition. So I think a synonym for pause is to stop. And another one I think of is to rest. Those both mean a short stop. When you're driving, if you want to pause and go on a rest stop and just stretch your legs, maybe get a drink of water, then you're pausing your car ride. You're stopping it for a short time. You're going to keep on driving, you're just stopping it for a short time. So, what would be the opposite of pause? Instead of stopping, what would we do? We would start. That would be an opposite. Or maybe we would begin, keep going. That would also be another antonym. Maybe you can think of a different one. I enjoy reading the different ones you come up with. Gasp. So everyone do a gasp. You breathed in quickly. What are you doing with that air when you're going? Do you know what that's called? What your lungs are doing? Inhale. You're taking in the air. So gasp is the inhale. And then the opposite of inhale would be to exhale or breathe out. Maybe you even want to write that. Breathe out. Those would all be the opposite of a gasp. If I'm ever scared, I don't think I ever go, that's not a reaction. No, you do the exact opposite. Our next word was ancient. And I said, please do not think of Mrs. Hernan when you think of that word. And you're going to see why right now with some synonyms. So ancient meant that they lasted a long, long time ago. They were alive a long time ago. So if that happened, if I was alive a long, long time ago, I might be, I don't even want to type it, old. Or this was a word that they came up with, antique. I like that word. When I think of antiques, I think of old, I think of ancient things. So if something, what would be the opposite of old? Young. A baby would not be ancient. They are young or they are new. Those would be some opposites or antonyms for ancient. Our fourth vocabulary word was observe. And I said, when I think of the word observe, I think of scientists and looking through magnifying glasses. It means to watch carefully. So we could get a synonym right here, and a synonym for observe is just to watch or just to notice. Maybe you could look. That would be one for observe, right? And an opposite one or an antonym, if you are carefully looking at something, the opposite would be that you are ignoring it. You're not looking. You could say not look, right? Not look at it. Sometimes I ignore bad choices that you make, not good choices. I just choose not to look at them. Ignore. And our last word we said was brief, and it meant not very long. And I talked about how this vocabulary lesson is brief. It's not very long. It is short. For short lesson. Well, what would be the opposite of a short lesson? A long lesson. Hopefully none of my lessons are too long for you. So today, fill out just the synonyms and the antonyms on the same sheet you did yesterday. Take a picture and submit.